Huh. Huh. What the heck? What do you got here? What's going on?
Chilling out in my bed.
Yeah? And who are you?
Muppy Gragg.
Muppy Gragg? Isn't there an avocado named after you, a really big one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Didn't your dad develop that?
Yep. Big Mupp.
Is it
Avocado.
Is it available yet? Hasn't he been developing it for like
quite.
5 years?
Yeah, it's still in the works.
Still in the works. You gotta tell him to finish that up because people really want that. Big Mupp.
Yeah.
So let's see how big. So I've actually trained my kids to be really good homeless people because we often live on the side of the road in my van and all kinds of funny places. We don't need much. So even when we have a place to stay, we'd rather be outside in our little encampment here. Tell me about your encampment.
So I have this hammock that is my best friend. I bring it everywhere with me.
Yeah?
You can put it between any trees that you want. And last night I decided to put out this pad in the middle, so now I'm like sleeping in it like a little cocoon.
This came out of the van, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Little sleeping pad.
I saw you sleeping on here this morning.
It's the most comfortable sleep I've had
Waking up to the birds and
in a long time.
looking up to the trees.
Yeah.
So I noticed that you had 2 trees to pick from here. My beloved king palms, which are just absolutely spectacular. And you chose to tie it to a smaller tree than the big tree. What's going on there, Mop? Come on. I guess it's okay. I guess the small tree works. But I would personally recommend, and I know I look a little bit that way too with the gray beard. Been working so hard, I haven't had time to shave. But ordinarily you'd want to tie to the biggest tree when given a choice. Especially if you're a little gordo like Papa Bear here. The Muppy, she's pretty light. So anyway, so what's the ideal? So, I'm sitting here looking at this Mupp and I'm thinking, we could sell palm trees that are ready to do this like right away. Like we could show up, Golden Gate Palms could show up with our little crane truck and plant something, maybe not quite this big, but big enough to support a hammock. And people could have this like on day one in their garden. Think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
What's
Everyone needs this in their life.
This looks like a pretty ideal distance between trees. Why don't you tell us exactly what the best distance would be? Obviously, one end is completely tied here. As Muppy mentioned to me, you can have an extension that...
Those straps can go pretty far.
Right. And is this any kind of particular manufacturer of hammock?
This is an Eno hammock, but
Eno?
I actually recommend any other brand on Amazon.
You gonna try to do this without getting out of bed?
For way cheaper.
Wait, I'll hold it. Oh no! Don't. If you pull it too far, you're gonna ruin it. Did you ruin it? No, you didn't. No! See that red zone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't. Oh, stop! You're gonna ruin my tape measure. Wait,
That's
hold
all
on.
you need.
Stop! Don't touch. Don't. Wait. Just don't move it. Don't move it. Don't move it. Okay. So we're right on the tree. We're right on the tree right here, and you can see.
You need about 10 feet.
You got about 2.5 feet of distance.
Literally all you need is the distance of the hammock, which is probably like 8 feet or something.
What do we have? That's 9. And you can see we have another 2 or 3. So we're talking maybe 10 to 12 feet as the ideal distance to set up a Muppy style hammock, just so you know, in your garden. What's interesting about this garden, this is our San Diego place down here where we rent the house out to some people to help pay the mortgage. And then I keep a little granny flat over there. This will be on VRBO soon enough when I finally get it together. What was interesting is this whole area that we're in here, this used to be a giant pond. They had a boat dock over there, and there's the waterfall system right there. But it leaked, and it was really problematic. This was actually an island. Did you know that, Mupp? This is an island. You're on an island right now.
Yeah.
You're on an island.
Tropical paradise.
Yeah. Anyway, now it's a pond paradise, and not so much a pond. But the pond used to go all the way over there, all the way around. So I put all these. They filled it in with decomposed granite. So I put all these Kentia palms in here. They're in grow bags. They're going to grow up and get big, and someday we'll sell those. But Muppy is on a tropical, what used to be a tropical island, inner hammock. So it doesn't get much better than that. Any last words on hammock life, Mupp?
Everyone needs one.
Yeah.
Bring it with you everywhere. You can literally take a nap That's
All
so
right.
nice.
Hop in that thing.
Very good quarantine activity.
Yeah, put your feet up in that thing. Let's just see how you doze off. And that's how Muppy rolls right there.